got Jake Young from Ooltewah. Tim and Robin Young are his parents. Jake.
We're going to shift over to the private school match. We still got a 160-pound match going with Daniel Waddell.
Title at 160 pounds, defeating Michael Goodrum of Father Ryan High School. Waddell never in doubt, complete control throughout the match. However, Goodrum remained gamey throughout the bout.
Very tough on his feet. Waddell also was very tough on top. Held Goodrum down the majority of the match.
Goodrum did not let up one time. In on the attack, not afraid to shoot. Gave Waddell all he wanted. Came up on the short end. That's okay. He'll be back next year as he's a junior. Daniel Waddell finishes his career with 2 state titles and a runner-up finish. Headed for the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, your state champion, Division II, 160 pounds, Daniel Waddell. We'll go back to Division I for the 171-pound championship. Mike Cragen and Danny Gilbert standing by.
And we're back just before the 171-pound match. We have Jake Young of Ooltewah and Montress Reams of Glencliff. Jake Young is the first finalist from Ooltewah, and Cody Slager will wrestle in the heavyweight division, and he'll be the second one.
Very, very impressed with the Ooltewah team this year, which our colleague here, Danny, has a tendency to help a little bit, work with them, and I know they appreciate that.
Well, I've enjoyed working with them. I've been with them since '99, and they're good kids, and they're fun to work with, and I hate it that I haven't been with them more this year than what I have.
Wendell Weathers is, of course, Jake's coach, and Ryan Cooper. But they have really put together a good team this year. They really showed out in the duels this year also.
Finished 4th.
And really got strong.
Finished 3rd, I'm sorry.
Huh?
We're in 4th right now. We finished 3rd in the duels this year. Beat Clarksville for 3rd place. Start out. Jake's heavy on the head right here.
Reams is one of those people that if I met him, I'd say Mr. Reams to him. He's got those big old arms, just kind of make you chill. Looks like a man.
And down in it. He settles back in. First takedown, Jake Young.
Didn't seem to bother Jake, though. He wasn't intimidated. Good move.
Jake likes wrestling on his feet, so I was fixing to say I think he'll cut him in these situations and go back to neutral after that last takedown he got. But once Jake gets on track, he's tough to stop.
As long as he's feeling comfortable with that and everything, it's probably a good move on his part anyway, especially if he's in pretty good condition and he feels comfortable on his feet. You know, you give up 1, get 2. Hey, you can do that all night and win.
Yeah, you trade 2 for 1 for 2 or 2 for 1, however you want to look at it all day. Nice little duck to a single.
Yeah.
Nice strength right there on the Glencliff kid.
Yep. Montrese.
48 seconds
like
to go in the first period.
Control of that single, and he just kind of, I don't know what happened, he just gave it up there.
And they fight for position. Once again, Jake's heavy on the head. He bangs on that head, sets his shots up off of it. A little bit of a Russian tie for Jake.
I tell you, Reams had a tough match to get here last night. He defeated Pat Flynn of Notre Dame in an overtime, 6-5. I'll tell you, that was quite a match. I watched that, and Flynn is really, matter of fact, Flynn, if I'm not mistaken, is the only one that's beaten Jake Young this year, right?
Correct.
So that's a pretty good advertisement for Mr. Reams.
And we're down to the last 2 seconds. It's going to finish up 2-1. We'll see who gets the toss. It goes green. He's going to defer. And Jake Young takes bottom. And this will be a key right here to
Travis defeated the #1 Brad Robbins from Jefferson County on round of 16. Semis against Stephen Geyer of Germantown via tech fall.
was pretty impressive right there. Jake got a stand-up escape, and I looked at the clock when the ref signaled one. It was on 1:58, so that's 2 seconds. And you know, it's one thing for a 112, 119 to be getting up that quick. For a 171 in the state finals with an equal opponent, that's impressive. If it's somebody you're beating 10-0, it's one thing. If it's somebody that's of level ability to get an escape in 2 seconds, that sends a pretty strong message.
I just realized I didn't know that this was the anniversary of the 30th year of wrestling at Ottawa, Danny. Is that right?
That would be a surprise to me too. I knew it was around 30, whether it was 78 or 79, I really didn't know. So, but I'm glad to hear that on our 30th anniversary we're getting 2 finalists and starting to turn that corner. We're down to 1:05 to go in the second period, almost the halfway point of the match. Young leading 3-1.
Looks like he still feels good about working on his feet.
Yeah, it seems like right now, until conditioning starts kind of dropping these two back a little bit, we may not have a lot of scoring. 2 equal guys, strength-wise, technique-wise. He does a good job of tying up the wrist of Jake Young, and Jake runs through a double.
What a double.
Nice.
Great move. Great move.
That's one thing about Jake, buddy. He'll just run through you. You can keep crashing your hips, but he will run through you.
That Coach Monroe's hoping to get him on a football team next year, isn't he?
I tell you what, yeah, he is, and his dad was a heck of a football player for East Ridge, Tim Young. And let's see if Jake's going to cut him or take him back. He's going to cut him. Down to 25 seconds left. Scores 5-2. Jake Young of Ottawa leading. Reams of Glencliff. Jake Young is a sophomore. Reams, I believe, is a senior.
Doesn't seem to be a change in the conditioning. They seem to be both pretty well conditioned. Yeah, Young is a sophomore. Reams is a junior. Okay, as we
go to the third period, Reams is choosing down. He gets an escape. It's 5-3 and a takedown would tie it. So still anything can happen in this match.
Yeah, other place finishers in this division were Brad Robbins of Jefferson County 6th, Stephen Geyer of Germantown 5th, Patrick Flynn of Notre Dame 4th, and Brendan Gibson of Cordova 3rd.
They go out of bounds. I'm wondering if Jake will try to ride him or if he's going to cut him. So far, he seems like he's going to ride, but I wouldn't be surprised if he cuts him loose before long. And there it is. You can tell he's more comfortable on his feet with him than wasting energy on the mat. That's a little bit of the difference in the wrestling that when I was wrestling in high school and you were coaching against me, Dwayne, we didn't have this style of taking him down and letting him go. And I kind of wish we had it. I think I was better on my feet than top and bottom, but that philosophy just wasn't developed yet.
Well, that's true, although I felt like I lost the state championship from one of my wrestlers by not having him do it. Jeff Howard against Kennedy back in
77?
Yeah.
Jeff Howard's who I wrestled in the finals as well. That was my, I guess you would call it my rival, but I looked at it more as my friend that I competed against. We were really good friends off the mat, and I had a tremendous amount of respect for him and y'all's program. All right, we're at 1:08 to go. Jake Young leading 5-3, looking to win his first state championship.
If he can pull off another takedown here, he'd be sitting pretty good.
And
his style is worked for him so far tonight.
He's a get-in-your-face kind of kid.
Quick as a cat.
Good night. And that gets the crowd. He said, good night. He had him up there high. I hope we can go back to a replay right there. That
definitely.
was, I thought he was going to end up slamming him, but he put the air brakes on when he got him close to the mat. That was really, really nice.
Look at that again right here.
Yeah, here it comes.
Replay, man, that'll.
You know, look at how quick he turns into him, never touches his knees, and then, whoom, lifts.
Oh, man.
I mean, that, to take somebody else's term, that's some levitation, Holmes. That's getting a guy up there.
The fact that he took him to the mat so softly was interesting.
Yeah, I was afraid he was going to bring him down on his head. And he's up to 7-4, 20 seconds to go. Staying in his face, cutting off the circle. Down to 14 seconds.
The strategy has worked good all night.
You can see a little bit of relief on his face right there. I wouldn't let up yet, but you can kind of tell he's realizing all I got to do is wrestle smart.
Not make a mistake, but
And he does a good job of keep shooting. He doesn't try to wrestle defensively. I like that style better. And there it is. Not only Ooltewah's first finalist, but their first state champion, Jake Young, Ooltewah.
sophomore. Sure we'll see him next year. Wouldn't be surprised it'd be a weight up, though.
And Coach Weathers and Coach Cooper both get their first state champion as well as Ooltewah High School.
I know that's a great feeling. I haven't been there before. It definitely is a super feeling to that when it happens. Okay, we have got our next match, 189 in Division I. We have Landon Hall of Maryville